Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. And I'm heading back from Table Rock Lake right now. I had an on the water lesson today, and I just want to take a little bit of time to do today's video. And I just wanted to also remind you guys before we get started here, don't miss out on our Bridgeford Sweet Baby Ray jerky giveaway at the end of this month. Well, not the end of this month, we're going to draw at the end of next week. Going to be giving away a case of Sweet Baby Ray jerky. Also, when we hit 50,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of jerky, solar bat sunglasses, Megabass lures, just a bunch of really good stuff here. So if you guys are interested, and Seagar Fishing Line, if you guys are interested in that, just subscribe to the channel. That's all you got to do, man. If you're subscribed, you're good to go. If you haven't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button, and it'd be much appreciated. Today, what I'm talking about, I'm actually going to do the three-part series on this, on how trolling motors and electronics and outboard motors, the effect that they have on bass, and sort of go over every one of them in detail a little bit. And today I want to talk about trolling motor noise a little bit. You know, what you can expect, how the bass react to that. So first of all, you know, one of the things you have to consider about trolling motor noise is the fact that that is part of the bass's environment anymore. It's like, you got to figure, if you were a bass that have been born in the last 50 years, as soon as you've been hatched out, your entire life, you hear trolling motor noises. You hear some trolling motor noise more at certain times of the year than others, but nevertheless, it's part of your environment. And in my opinion, I think bass have evolved to equate trolling motor noise and the frequency of trolling motor noise and use that as part of their movement and how they feed and that type of stuff. Because I don't think that a trolling motor noise to a bass is any different than some type of a frontal condition that goes through. Because say, for example, if you have a south wind, warming weather, stable weather conditions, that's usually good fishing conditions. The bass usually are pretty active. And then after a cold front comes through, you get a north wind, the sky gets clear, usually there's a temperature drop, and it just gets tougher to fish. If you notice, guys, if you go fishing during the week, and I know you guys that have fished during the week understand what I'm saying here, the fish always bite better during the week. They always do. And it always gets tougher on the weekend, because what you have is you have more trolling motor noise on the weekend because there's more people on the water than you do during the week. And I really believe that bass can pick up on that, and I believe that they're aware of that, and I believe that they've evolved to a point where they can detect different decibels of noise level. And since they were born with that, I think they've evolved to basically cater their feeding periods around periods where the trolling motor noise is at less. Because if you've got 300 or 400 or 500 boats on a lake and you pull back into a major creek arm, you know, the bass can hear this from just forever away. Because if you feel a bass can hear and feel, you know, a minnow moving in the pitch black dark, you can imagine what a trolling motor, the vibration that a trolling motor blade puts off, and the noise. Now, I've talked to a couple divers about this as far as how bass react to trolling motor noises. And one of the tips I can give you guys on this is that divers say that when you have the trolling motor on, it doesn't really matter the speed that they're on. It can be on a low speed, it can be on a medium speed, high speed, whatever. That bass don't really react to that very much. But the thing that they do react to is if you turn that trolling motor on and off, say you're stopping and starting, that they do spook, and they will react to that in a negative way. So one of the biggest things you can do is, it's not necessarily your speed as much, but keep the trolling motor on constantly if you can. Don't be taking your foot on and off it a lot. One of the biggest mistakes, guys, I see anglers make is they turn their trolling motor speed up too fast, and they're always on and off it. They're bzz, 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 bzz. So turn your trolling motor down, you know, and just keep that trolling motor speed on constant as much as you can. Most of the time, unless I'm fighting some type of wind, I've got my trolling motor on my Minn Kota on 2, no more than 3. That allows me to fish at a good pace. I can keep the trolling motor on where I'm not turning it on and off and have some type of a negative effect on the bass with that. Also with that, I think it's important to be stealthy a little bit. You know, if bass are aware of a trolling motor, you know, try to make longer casts. You know, try to glide into objects. If you're fishing, like, say you're coming up on a boat dock or you're coming up on a lay down log or something in the water, you know, don't just troll up to it real quick. Try to troll into it based upon the direction of the current or the wind, and allow your boat to slowly drift up in there as much as you can. And I just think that keeping that noise to a minimum with the trolling motor is going to get you a lot more bites. But bass, like I said, they react to trolling motor noise as part of their environment. And, you know, the more that you can be stealthy and the less that you can use your trolling motor, keep it on constant, I think that, you know, it's going to add up to more fish for you. And, you know, that's just another one of the factors. I mean, bass fishing is just a continuous dance of these controlled and uncontrolled variables, and you have to take control of those variables as you can, and one of those is how you run your trolling motor. So anyway, guys, hope that helps out. Hope you guys catch a few more fish with that. Much appreciated you tuning in, and like I said, please hit that subscribe button. We'll see y'all later.